Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another video. So I'm going to get directly into everything now, trying to get through stuff as fast as possible. What do I think is happening? Do we have any further to go? What do I think comes next? So as always, we called this in the newsletter last week. We've been calling it for weeks on the YouTube, literally weeks. I've been saying the exact same thing for a long time. There's a ton of liquidity below us, wherever you look. Whatever altcoin, ETH, XRP, ETH, doesn't matter. You look there, you'll find liquidity all in the same region. So I've been saying I think the price is going to come down to these regions. Said there'll probably be a catalyst. It looks like the catalyst is the Iran-Israel. I'm not going to talk about the event. I'm just going to discuss how and what comes next, because that's all we're here for. We're not here to discuss politics or morals or anything. Right now, we're just discussing how we can profit from this best, and whether you think that's right or wrong, that's up to you. If you want to tune into this channel for my understanding on markets, that's why you're here. So, as far as I'm aware, Israel have struck Iran. Iran are saying they're going to respond with all-out war potentially. So positives and negatives, excuse me. Positives and negatives. Positives are, in my opinion, extremely positive. We've seen the potential threats of nuclear war, and Bitcoin has not dropped much at all, to be absolutely honest. It's dropped from 109,000 to the lows of 102, back up to 105. Now, looking at liquidity, this is XRP, sorry, I was just looking at a few things earlier. We'll get into XRP in a minute. We'll just look at Bitcoin first. Looking at liquidity, most likely outcome for me is we do sweep these lows at 100K. I've been saying that for a while. The question is whether we come lower. Do we come down to the fixed range volume profile, down at like 97K? Again, been discussing this area for a while. Answer to that question is I really don't know. What is likely to happen is I'm going to show you the alts where it's going to be more prevalent in a minute. When you get the push into these areas of liquidity, it triggers more aggressive price action as these positions get stopped out. So they get stopped and liquidated, which pushes the price down. It's like the opposite of a short squeeze. In this situation would be a long squeeze. So you may get a little bit of an overextension. Could potentially come down to that 97K level that we've highlighted here on Bitcoin. And we highlighted this in the weekly newsletter last week. And I think I've highlighted it before as well. I've been highlighting it on YouTube for a while. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold this morning. So that's our first discussion for Bitcoin. Now, what does this mean for alts? I think it's a bit more of an aggressive move for alts. I'm going to discuss leverage, and I'm also going to discuss Bitcoin dominance in 1 minute. ETH, let's look at ETH, and then we'll get on to XRP. ETH, I'm going to just make I need to look at ETH because I want to show you the ETH open interest chart. And something interesting that I'm seeing there as well. Remember how we said that ETH has the most ever open interest at the minute? And I've been saying that I think it's because institutions are buying spot ETH and hedging that spot ETH with short leverage positions. Been saying that to you guys for a while, as you know. If you watch my YouTubes every day. Sorry, my nose is running everything. Just came on to try and get this YouTube out. All of a sudden I'm falling apart. So, ETH, liquidity below us is between realistically about $2,230 to about $2,318. And again, if we get a push into this area, I do expect a slight overextension, probably just a wick. What could very easily happen is you can see some candles working our way down into this green area here, and then you see a long wick that just comes down and gets bought up pretty aggressively. Then we see that bullish divergence that I'm looking for, remember. I don't know how or what depth that structure is going to look like, but what I think will happen is you will see this first flush down deep into the RSI, not much of a recovery from the RSI, lower low on the RSI, and boom, off prices go as price action makes a higher low. Okay, that's perfect structure that we're looking for. We've been calling for that exact structure again in the newsletter and on YouTube for a long time now. So you should be pretty clear with what I think. And this sort of structure here that ETH's forming, where you sort of like diagonally stepping up, is perfect for another flush down. You start to lose that level and you start to cascade downwards again. So that's what I think is coming. Again, I could be wrong. Is this enough of a flush? Have we got much more of a catalyst that could bring this down further? I don't know what the bigger catalyst could be when we're seeing pretty much all-out war. I don't know if they can strike more fear into the markets, but as we've got this close to the liquidity areas on the alts and on Bitcoin, I just think it's highly likely that we then see that liquidity taken. That's what I think. I've been talking about the liquidity as an 80% chance for a long time. So we don't have to take it. But as we're this close, I'm more likely than ever that we are going to take this liquidity, okay? That's where I stand. It's not what I want, but it's how you can position yourself. If you believe what I say, doesn't matter. It's not. I'm just showing you what the charts are saying here, okay? Next, which is interesting, looking at ETH here. On Velo, we can see open interest did bleed down a little bit yesterday. And although, I'm going to take us on the hourly in a minute, so we did bleed down a bit, but ETH is still holding pretty strong right now. But I do think, as I said, we have this range, and let me show you the range. It's going to line it with TA as well, with this parallel channel. Likelihood is, we sweep the lows, come back, bounce, and go as RSI makes a lower low, okay? Same structure, just on a different, same chart, but just like without the liquidity pools. Looking at open interest, how is this going to look, and what am I seeing right now? What I'm seeing is we've had this flush down in open interest. Some open interest has been closing. There are obviously some long positions that like came late into the party, started to long as we broke out the top of the range. They've been flushed out a little bit, but then what I'm seeing is spot buying up, which is good for accumulation. It means that people are coming in buying spot here. It's good for long-term price action. But now I'm seeing price or premium or funding rate, start to go back towards being bullish, and the premium is nearly green as well. What does this mean? It means that people who are coming in with leverage now are probably starting to long. Again, for me, meaning people are trying to front run the bottom, and those people will probably get also squeezed out of their position when I think this extra flush comes, and I think they'll add more fuel to the fire, as these guys are probably going to panic and unload their positions pretty quickly if we start to drop. So I think people are coming in long too early, and I think that they're going to get squeezed as well. So I think we do go a little bit lower for ETH. As I said, the liquidity is at 2.2. Could we go slightly lower than that? Yes, probably, possibly. Don't know for sure. Not here to predict exact price action. I'm telling you where the liquidity is. I can't tell you where the exact bottom is. There probably is an overextension based on the liquidity because the positions get squeezed out, and I hope all this makes sense. To me, it seems pretty straightforward, and I'm showing you exactly the price action I want to see as well. So going to XRP now. Let's look at XRP. It's a similar story, guys. It's a similar story. XRP is more obvious than most, in my opinion. The liquidity has been so dense below us. We probably take this liquidity. Where we bounce from, I don't know. Whether we come down from 216, whether we come down from here. I just think that the continuation to the downside probably occurs. And to say where we bounce from, what you're looking at is just basically short-term areas of resistance, which could be here, okay? It could be higher. We could bounce all the way back up to here. We could bounce all the way back up to like this area before we fall down. Like, I've not looked at this because that's not that relevant to me right now. What is relevant is where we go down to. I'm not looking. I actually am in a short position. I'm in short position on Mudeng, which remember I talked to you guys about. The chart yesterday looked awful. Got in yesterday. It's been pretty nice. Obviously, I'll show you that in a second if you want to see it. But it's not a big position because I'm not fucking about with big amounts of money on what is a potential short when I was more sure that we were going to go up after. So I'd rather have my capital there ready for longs. That's what I'm doing now. My bids are in. You know what my bids are. Just go through my YouTubes. If you don't, same sort of thing. XRP to come down in this liquidity at $2. It comes all the way down to about 197. But are we potentially going to get an overextension wick? Maybe into the 180s, high 180s, 188, 189, 190. Potentially. Again, there's a lot of liquidity here. So expect, if we start to push into this area, expect a quick flush down. Probably deeper than most people think. People think flipping out like a sky's falling, and I expect that to be bought up again pretty quickly. And again for us to make a higher low and continue as RSI probably goes down. Little bounce, lower low on the RSI, higher low on price action. Bullish divergence, off we go. That's exactly what I'd be looking for, okay? So I don't think I can make it any more clear than what I am making it right now. Finally, Bitcoin dominance is really playing a bit of a silly bugger with us, and I don't know what to call for Bitcoin dominance, genuinely. Because of what I've just showed you with different altcoins, like I've shown you ETH, I've shown you XRP, large cap altcoins, probably having more of an aggressive flush than Bitcoin. Because what were the price targets that I was talking to you about? So for Bitcoin, for example, I was saying 100K down to, so this would be 100K, that's where liquidity would be is 4%, and potentially down 7% lower, which would be 97K on an overextension wick. Well, if we look at ETH, how far down do I think we'll come for ETH? Like 2.2 is where the liquidity finishes, and maybe a little bit of an overextension. That's 14%, so that would mean Bitcoin dominance would take more dominance. Bitcoin would take more dominance in that situation. And for XRP, the same, I think. XRP down to like $2. Oh, it's only 5% for XRP, but potential overextension into the 180s, 190s. Again, 12%. And if Bitcoin is only between 5 and 7%, and XRP is 8 to 12%, and ETH is 12 to 14%, then Bitcoin again takes more dominance. So this is what I'm watching for. I hope all of this makes sense. I'm going to leave this video short and sharp. I've just spelled out to you exactly the way I'm doing it, so you can't come back to me and say you haven't told us. I've told you exactly. I've told you all this for weeks anyway. I've literally said the same flipping thing every day on YouTube. I felt like a bit of an idiot because there's been times where obviously we've been pumping. And this doesn't mean it has to happen. It's just what I see, okay? What I actually see after this is we continue into probably the biggest bull run we've ever seen. Like 200K plus now I think Bitcoin's going to go to because the amount of time we've been accumulating here. So at least a double here from Bitcoin in my opinion, with altcoins doing significantly more than that. And if Bitcoin goes higher, altcoins go much higher. So that's as easy as it is. That's why I'm bidding. That's why I've not tried to catch too much on shorts. Oh, I said I'll show you the Moodeng chart. Pretty easy one, like just looks shit. So I've shorted it. Like I couldn't tell you any more than that. Yesterday I told you exactly the same thing. Thing looked dog shit. We short dog shit, get money. That's as simple as it is. We got in just as we've started to break the lows and held it all the way to now. I'm still in that position. I'm going to close it out about somewhere around there, 13 cents or something. I've got my stop loss as break even, so I can't lose money on that trade because I'm going to use that capital to long when I think the bottom's in. So I'm going to close that position when I think the bottom's in for XRP because that's where I'm focused. I don't really care about Moodeng, to be honest. I'll just close that, use the liquidity, get an extra long into my XRP position. Really low leverage on XRP because I think the wicks could be super volatile. Just start to build a position in there. So it's hit me in the face clear as day. I've been saying it for weeks. So I've been laughed at actually a little bit. People saying, you said it was going to come from liquidity. You said this, you said this. I just say what I see. It doesn't mean that on this occasion, I still might not be right, but I'm not always going to be right. We haven't hit the liquidity yet, but I'm not always going to be right. But I will always say what I see. If you want to laugh at me, it's fine. I'm still going to make the same content. I make this for people who want to listen to my opinion. And if you do, great, thank you, appreciate you a lot. Please read the newsletter. That's why I think we're top 10 we were top 10 in trending newsletters last week, and our top 100 newsletter in the world right now in crypto. I think we deserve that. I think we've been gone against the grain a little bit here, and we've got it right. So this time we deserve it. And if you do like the video, please do hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend. Let me know in the comments what you think below. Appreciate everyone who watches. Stay safe out there if you're in the Middle East, and because things could escalate as much as we're just talking about finance here and like narratives, like this is real world stuff. So obviously safety first, and let's see what we can do second in terms of technicals. But yeah, share it with a friend, and peace up. A-Town down is Crypto Insight UK. Oh, if you do want to trade leverage, obviously I use WEX and MEXC. The links are in the description of this video. WEX are doing a 20% deposit bonus on anything you deposit for your first deposit, over $100 I think it is. So go and have a look at that. Peace up. A-Town down is Crypto Insight UK would say.